Hey, okay, it is almost the last day of our home reset challenge. Today was designated to the people's choice, whatever room you guys wanted me to focus on the most. And it tied between the laundry room and the office. So I just went ahead and picked, and I'm gonna pick the laundry room today, mainly because mine really needs a reset. And that's gonna be just a quick example to show you guys. So the first thing that we're gonna do is obviously set the intent for this space. First thing that I'm thinking, okay, obviously this is really more just a functional room. Mine is not I actually have a client coming up who has a really, really large laundry room. I think it's also supposed to be more for like storage for pantry items too, because it's so large. And so when I think about the design of that room, it's gonna be a little bit different than my space, which is clearly mainly just for laundry. So what I want it to be is obviously good for the washing machine and the dryer, obviously, right? I need to be able to hang dry clothes in here. I also want, this room is right next to our mudroom and which is right connected to our garage. And so I want to make sure that any clothes that are muddy, that are needing to go to the laundry room quickly, have a system. So my kids always tend, when we play outside, they always tend to get all of their clothes dirty. And so it's been very helpful to have a system for them to keep dirty clothes down here without having to track it all through the house, okay? So that's something that I think about for this space. I also, because I had enough room in here, I did want all my cleaning supplies to be in here, because to me that all connects. This is the space of my home where I clean everything. And so just having those items have a home here. I haven't solved all of my problems in the laundry room just yet, but because I have an adjustable shelving system, I'm playing around with things and still figuring out what I love in my laundry room and what needs to be changed. So I am going to, so I've already set the intent, right? I want everything to run smoothly. I want everything to have a spot. I want to be able to get my items quickly. If I have people, friends over, family over, and they're like, hey, you want me to help sweep up something real quick? Or, oh, I made a mess, can I clean it up? I want to be able to tell them where to go and for them to be able to find it easily as well, right? So if my laundry room is a disaster, or if things are very confusing, then I'd have to stop whatever I'm doing and come and show them. And then, it just kind of slows the process down. So that's something important to me. The other thing important to me is, like I already said about the kids' clothes. I'm making sure that there's room for all the cleaning supplies, and yeah, that's really about it. So the first thing that we're gonna do after that is we're going to start getting anything out of the space into our doomsday bin. Only problem with that today is some of my items are pretty big. My son's telescope is in here. I'm not sure why it got in here. Probably somebody was fighting over it. That's probably why it's in here. I'm gonna get that telescope out. This actually is also something, look, it's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. This ball up here was another fighting item. We kind of put, a lot of our clutter becomes things that the kids fight over, and we're just getting it out of the situation for the time. So that ball, for the pregnancy and stuff, I was like trying to find the right yoga ball, and that one was actually too small. So really we don't need it. So I can get that down with my handy grabber, because it's also in here. That's where it's supposed to be. Okay. So right now I'm clearing out my space of anything that does not fit in that design that I have for it. I don't want toys in here. I don't want things that I'm not even going to use anymore in here, so I'm removing it. If you have cleaning supplies in your laundry room like I do, this is a great time to start really considering which items do you use to clean your house. When's the last time that you've used certain cleaning things that you've kept forever? You're like, oh, well, this one's a really, really good carpet cleaner for that one kind of stain. When did you have that one kind of stain last time? Like the time that you bought it? Is it possible that you could just go and buy it when you do need it rather than saving and storing space? Or maybe a friend has that because they get, maybe you could borrow or something like that. Just kind of thinking like, what do you really use in your everyday that you really need to make room for? So I do like these bins right here. I haven't labeled them yet, but I could just slip a little label on. But it's mainly, this was bathroom, And this was really just like all the other sprays, which is probably why I didn't label it, because it's just so general that I didn't really need to. And those are really all our cleaning supplies are condensed into that. This shelf is supposed to be my laundry shelf. And then this one is supposed to be, look, this is an item that doesn't need to be here. This is for puzzling. Not sure why it's in here. There's some extra labels. Also doesn't need to be in here. This is also cleaning supplies, but this is stuff that I like my kids to be able to help with too. So ideally, I would have a zone with all my cleaning supplies like right next to each other, like the two shelves with the cleaning stuff together. But if I did that, this would be too high for my kids to help. And if I swapped this here, this would be too low for my kids to get into, and I don't want them to get into it. So I had to split this for those reasons, and I don't want this too high because I'm using this every day. And with the pouring and stuff, I wouldn't want that to drip on me. So those are things that I kind of think through the function of it. So even though I would really, really like to find a way to have these together, it's just these have to be high, these have to be high, and these needed to be low. So that's kind of how that happened. So this space over here is just designated to drying, and I could make a long shelf, but then I don't have as much hanging. Like I don't want the hanging to be all broken up. But I might play with it. I might see if that solves my problem where I can have all my cleaning stuff all together. But I also like that if the clothes are wet, then they're just dripping on the other clothes, and then it's not dripping onto the shelves. I'm still holding this grabber like a cane. Let me set it down. So what I'm doing right now is I'm thinking through the logistics of this space. I'm finding anything that doesn't actually fit the intent, right? And getting those things out. And then I'm kind of looking and I'm sorting. That would be my next step, right? We have the SEO, sort, edit, organize. Most of my stuff is sorted. This is a little doomsday thing of its own. Sometimes I set things aside to see if they're going to ask for it, and if they don't, then I know that they don't care anymore. This has been there for way too long. So that's trash. And then we have some screws in here that I don't know if they go to, and we haven't used them since I've made this little guy, which means if we need to hang something up, we're probably just going to get new ones anyway, and I don't need these. So that can all be trash. Okay. See? Making decisions, right? Like being real with yourself. That's one of the most helpful things. Being honest with yourself, who you are, what you choose to do, embracing who you are, and love what the things that you do, and let go of those things that you're not. It's okay. I've seen recently people posting about so glad that we've all decided, ironing is not for our generation anymore. And that cracked me up because I very rarely iron, but coming to terms with that and being okay. Now we still do need it because we do have select items that have to be ironed. Actually I have a new sweatshirt that my sister got me for Christmas that is still wrinkly, and I don't know if I could just throw it in the dryer and fix it, or if I need to spray it. I'm not sure. But just thinking about, it's okay if you don't do something that everybody else seems to do. You don't have to keep those items in your home. We can free ourselves of that. So that's something that I've been thinking about. Okay, I did tell you, so see, it's important to me that, see, this is an extra shelf for me to play around with. I used to have 4 here, but I wanted my hamper in here for the kids to all have their stuff. This right here, these baggies, this is just a tip for you guys. When my kids use the system, it works wonderfully, and we're resetting because I've had the kid now, so we're resetting. But if you have your kids put their socks in this, okay, one, they can't get lost in the washing machine, but they're also already there together, and they can just quickly pair, and you're not looking for socks, you're not digging in socks, when you're doing your laundry, they're not just falling out all over the place. It's a really good system. I really love it. If they use it, right? So if they don't use it, then maybe I'm not putting it in the correct spot. I've actually moved it in here because they weren't putting it where their shoes were. It was coming in here anyway when they take all their clothes off. So there's that. Here's the rest of that. Oh my goodness. See, this is actually a puzzle thing. No need for it in the laundry room. This should be with my puzzles. I actually, look, you already know. You know why this is in here, because this is a weapon. This turns into a weapon with my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old, and it has been put away in here so that they cannot keep doing that. That is funny. Okay, so we've sorted our stuff. We have cleaning, we have laundry. I've also separated out the cleaning. Well, I need to, right? Because I said some of this is bathroom, some of this is spray, and if this is all spray, then my spray should be over here. Unless I want a to-go bin to go clean the house with, right? I could do that. I could make that decision and say, no, I always use this for the windows. I use this to wipe the counter, and I need paper towel. You can make a little to-go cleaning if you're doing quick cleaning like that. But if you have multiples of it, that's when it kind of starts getting a little, you still need to categorize that. So sorting everything out in the categories in your space or the section that you're working on, and then we're going to organize. And I've talked to you about some of those things, just focusing in on function. That's a big deal. Focusing in on the needs of your family, like the hamper. I need a hamper down here downstairs because my kids' rooms are upstairs, and they take a lot of clothes off here, so that the mud and the dirt and the grass and the snow, everything like that, doesn't track into the house. So that's a functional thing for my family. The cleaning equipment. Okay, right now it's not functioning the best because if we have clothes hanging, this is blocking it, and I don't love that. But it does have a spot. So those are just things that I'm thinking through, checking in on, making decisions to organize it in a better way. And as I have time, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, any questions about organizing your laundry room, things to get rid of? If you have loose socks and you haven't found them in a while, just let them go. Let them go. Easter's coming up. Well, you probably already got more socks at Christmas time. Easter's coming up. You could put some new socks in their Easter basket if you feel like you still need some more, and just get rid of the ones that don't have a pair anymore. You don't have to just keep moving those around. It can be very freeing. Getting rid of maybe clothes that you're not going to deal with anymore if they've just kind of collected in here. Ridding your space of, what is the, oh, that goes to that telescope. I'm looking for other things that are in here. If you often have money in pockets, like you carry cash and you have change, then having a system for that is going to be helpful for you. We don't have a lot of those coins, but I do have one back here. Honestly, she needs to be more out. Eevee is actually my favorite Pokemon. She needs to be further out, but I don't have a shelf over my washer and dryer. It's just a window, so I don't really have a better spot, and I definitely need these items more than I need the piggy bank. But I do like having it in here so I can immediately put that away as I find it in the laundry. Okay, if there are any questions, then tomorrow I'll be making a video for that. It is the doomsday bin. That's all we're going to be working on tomorrow. At this point, maybe it has exceeded that container limit. I know mine has, because there have just been literally things everywhere around the house that have just collected there. So mine is more like a room now, like a whole room designated to all of the stuff that needs to be put back. And so tomorrow, that's what we're going to tackle. And I look forward to talking to you guys about that and taking care of that. The video will probably be later than 3 p.m. because I'm going to wait till, actually, no, I can do it tomorrow, I think, at 3 p.m. Yeah. All right, we'll do it tomorrow at 3 p.m. ish. And I'll see you then. Bye.